Hello, I did my PowerPoint on the science fiction genre. Science fiction is a genre that deals with future scientific or technological advancements that may have aliens, fictional worlds, space travel, etc. One of the reasons I like sci-fi films is that they usually create their own worlds with concepts that can be extremely detailed and fleshed out, and when looking into these worlds, it can be really fascinating. The genre can have many subgenres like dystopian, adventure, space travel, so not everything feels exactly the same. The history of science fiction. The first ever science fiction film is A Trip to the Moon by George Méliès in 1902. The science fiction genre at the time wasn't very popular, so the only other big sci-fi film is Metropolis by Fritz Lang, a German film that criticized the country at the time for how it was being run. It wasn't until the 1950s, when the atomic bomb was created, that people began to gain an interest to the genre. Because of communist fear in America and the creation of atomic bombs, many sci-fi films were about the end of the world scenarios with invasions from other countries or aliens. The space race began in the 60s, and it really expanded the genre to movies like 2001: A Space Odyssey, which realistically depicts space travel and influenced many future films. In the 70s is when the genre really gained popularity with Star Wars and other space exploration movies. But at the end of the 70s, Alien, directed by Ridley Scott, came out that began sci-fi horror films, and people found new ways to explore the genre using horror. Nowadays, there are many different subgenres to sci-fi that can make every movie unique. Now, what makes it interesting? The way sci-fi movies explore concepts that many people are curious about is what makes it so good to watch. There could be a movie about artificial intelligence, meeting aliens, or space travel. When these films go in detail about the worlds they're creating, it can feel like you are experiencing it and that using that technology in the future may be possible. The way we are shown these worlds is done in a way so that the technology feels natural and not forced onto the audience. Characters can experience the world at the same time as the viewers, so they question stuff that we are asking ourselves. In the movie Arrival, aliens come to Earth and we try to figure out why they're here. With the rest of the characters, we ask questions and hope we get answers by the end of the movie. When these films are made right, with good characters, world design, and are applied correctly, it can make sci-fi films incredible to watch. A few award-winning films include Inception. It won Best in Cinematography, Sound Mixing, Sound Editing, and Visual Effects. Back to the Future won Best Effects and Sound Effects Editing. Her won Best Writing, Original Screenplay. And there are many other science fiction films out there that also won awards. My favorite sci-fi film is probably Interstellar. In it, humanity is struggling to survive because of the amount of limited food. They can only grow corn and there is constant sandstorms. A group of astronauts with NASA need to go out into space, into a wormhole, to find a new home for humanity. When they go out into space, the science is very accurate to how it is in real life, and the music by Hans Zimmer really makes scenes a lot more impactful. The ending really shocked me as well. It was all around just a really great movie. That's the end of my PowerPoint.